Hello, welcome to game 4 of my match. In C-League, I'm up 2.5 to half, so I'm feeling pretty good about my start, but they're a very good player, so at any point this could completely get changed on me. So, this kingdom's got a little bit of everything. We've got trashing with Catapult and Remake, we've got draw with Wayfarer, we've got village with Throne Room, we've got plus buy, Farmer's Market, Grand Market. You get a bunch of Peddlers, you get a bunch of Wayfarers, and if the Peddlers cost 0, then the Wayfarers cost 0. Is that correct? That costs 2 less, and Wayfarer is the cost of the last card you gain. So yeah, if the Peddlers cost 2, then the Wayfarers cost 2. So the strategy here, and you do kind of want to play with Catapult, but experiment, you know, what you're building to is this big Grand Market deck where you're getting a ton of Grand Markets and Peddlers, and then you're just piling out estates is the most likely ending. Labyrinth is kind of nice. You'll be gaining tons of Labyrinth points with Experiments and Remake. It seems like Experiments and Remake is stronger than like Experiments and Catapult, even though you get the attack in, because the person who gets attacked either has Experiments in hand or has like Remake and 2 estates in hand and discards their 2 coppers. It feels pretty good about it. Maybe as player 2, you try that, but it seems like Experiments Remake is the way to go. You get the free Labyrinth points off of the Experiments. I imagine those will pile pretty quickly. And I think I'm just remaking all of my estates into Experiments. Like, I'm even considering taking the whole Experiments pile here. It denies them the ability to gain multiple experiments on their turn. And it lets me draw back around to my experiments, and I can always turn an experiment into a throne room or something if I overdraw. I guess they can gain experiments off of their own experiment that they play, but it feels pretty nice to have a big stack of experiments in the deck. Yeah, so they grab the Catapult, which makes sense. 5 is fairly awkward here. I don't want to buy 1 experiment. I'm probably going to get attacked next turn, although I've got 5 experiments down there. So I think Throne Room makes the most sense for me now. I want to start being able to throne stuff. Like, Duchy is not crazy. How crazy is Duchy right now? So I'm anticipating being able to draw. I may not be able to draw the Duchy next turn is the problem, but like Duchy doesn't seem super crazy because I can remake it into a Grand Market, but I don't think I quite have enough draw, especially with the Catapult, to get that to work. So I think I'll just take a Throne Room and figure it out from there. Oh, they don't have a Catapult. Yeah, they haven't shuffled yet, but they may be able to Catapult attack me this turn. Playing Throne on Experiment is going to be quite nice. It gives me the village effect. There's even potential like gain and play with Experiment stuff and Remake, although mostly that seems unlikely to me. Okay, yeah, definitely going to trigger this shuffle. It does look like I would have found the Duchy if I'd bought it. So I can throw in the Remake here and trash a bunch of stuff. So gain 2 experiments back, trash 2 coppers, buy 2 experiments, something like that. Probably with my Remake, with the experiment trash, I'll gain another Throne Room. Throne Rooms seem pretty nice here, but Moneylender does not seem crazy either. And another Remake. Yeah, there's no 5-cost action. There are 5-cost actions I would strongly consider. Consider that. And the bottom card is something or other. Maybe even buy maybe take a Moneylender. Yeah, so I'm going to turn that into experiments, trash a copper. Yeah, so I guess I'm going to turn this into a Moneylender. Let me Moneylend the coppers. And using the Moneylended coppers, be able to afford a Grand Market next turn. This is nice, starting with Throne and Experiment. I'll probably keep the 2 experiments if I get attacked. Although I might keep... it seems close. I think I want to throne... Yeah, I mean, I think I have 1 throne room I want to throw in the Moneylender, so I will discard Remake Copper. And I do have 4 copper still. The Remake has maybe outlived its usefulness, but that's not a huge deal. They've got 2 terminals, Remake and Catapult. So Catapult trashes 1 copper, which is nice to get rid of the copper from your deck, but Remake can trash 2 coppers, but it doesn't have the attack. So the decision point is not super obvious to me here, especially if they have states, although they don't have a state. So they did trash the Catapult. Okay, so experiment. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to stick with my plan. Throw in the Moneylender, buy a Grand Market, and feel good about that. Now I'm looking to add more thrones, potentially throw in the Grand Market here. Is quite nice. Moneylender copper. I can even consider remaking the Moneylender into a duchy now. It served its purpose in getting the Grand Market. You know, remake the Moneylender into a duchy, a copper into nothing, or even experiment into another throne room, be able to throne room Grand Market. You know, maybe not buy another Grand Market this turn, but close to it. I feel pretty good that I have the first Grand Market. They've got the Wayfarer, which is decent, and you can gain a silver with the Wayfarer. Okay. Yeah, I don't really want to play this experiment apropos of nothing. So the bottom 2 cards are... I'm just wasting my wasting some draw here, but I guess it is what it is, because I really want to throne. Well, I can play the Grand Market, throne the Moneylender. That gets me up to 8, which is fine. And I can buy Grand Market copper. I do need to get some more. My deck is super thin, so I've thrown the Grand Market, Moneylender, that's 7 and 3 buys. I can also throw in room Grand Market, Moneyland, remake 2 coppers, and I'm down to empty deck. That seems quite good. And so now I can just buy Grand Market and 2 Peddlers, and then next turn I'll be able to do more. Probably won't use Remake anymore or Moneylender, but that's not super problematic. Next turn I'll have a little bit less money, but I'll have actually 1 more money next turn. So I'll have 8 money and an extra buy, so we'll be able to buy like double Throne Room, double Peddler or something like that. So yeah, the Moneylender is a dead card now. The Remake is a dead card for somewhat now. I can potentially do stuff with it later. Yeah, and maybe I want to get a Wayfarer here. So maybe I get, and maybe last turn should have been Grand Market, Peddler, Wayfarer, because I throw in the Grand Market, then play the Wayfarer to gain a silver, then draw it, then remake the silver into Throne Room and Moneyland, and I can even gain and play it. Okay, so I think I made a mistake on those last buys. It should have been Grand Market, Peddler, Wayfarer. I should be able to do that same line this turn. I feel like I'm ahead enough that that mistake does not kill me here. So I can already remake this Moneylender into a duchy, and I think I will. I don't see a strong reason not to. Okay, so the plan here was to do Grand Market, Peddler, Wayfarer, and I've got, my only stop cards are Wayfarer, Remake, Duchy, Throne Room, so I've got 4 stop cards, so I cannot draw them all. So Grand Market, Peddler, Wayfarer. So the plan now will be to throw in a Grand Market, Remake, Duchy, something into... I can't actually remake. I can't actually gain the silver and then remake and do the tricks because I only have one throne room. So I need to get a second throne room here. And I need to consider also adding, well, I don't really need to. Like, I can add some more experiments in case I have the worst case draws, but I'm not. Okay, so the plan is to throw in the Grand Market, and then I can Wayfarer, gain a silver. Yeah, so this is not the best of all lines, but, and I can gain another Grand Market. So the question is, are the throne rooms worth more than the Grand Market? So do I just buy 2 Grand Markets, 2 Peddlers, and like you can throne, so I could buy 2 Grand Markets, I could buy Grand Market, throne room. It just seems better to buy more Grand Markets. They're more reliable. And I want to continue to try to gain 2 silvers. So 2 Grand Markets, 2 Peddlers, and a Wayfarer here. Again, I've got 2 Wayfarers, Remake, Throne Room as my 2 Throne Rooms as my stop cards. So unless I happen to draw those at the top, which is pretty unlikely given the number of other stuff I have, I should be able to draw through Throne Grand Market. Throw in another Grand Market, play 2 Wayfarers, play 2 Wayfarers, get the silvers, and then remake those into more throne rooms. Okay, they're going to get a stack of points from Farmers Market, which is not the most concerning thing to me. I'm looking to empty Grand Markets, Wayfarers, and like estates very, very soon. I already have 5 Grand Markets, 6 Grand Markets. I bought 2 and I already had 3, so I've got 5 Grand Markets. So throwing 2 of those is 7 buys. So I'm not quite at piling. So they've got 4 Grand Markets now and a Farmers Market. So they've got 6 buys. Play all the Peddlers first to try to find the throne rooms. Ideally, I can throne. Yeah, so I want to throw the Grand Market twice. That gets me 9 buys. Oh, that should just be a pile out on Wayfarers and Grand Markets. Is that true? Thrones and Grand Markets. So I'm playing the Wayfarer twice, gaining 2 silvers. So if I play the Grand Market twice, I have 19 money, 21 money, and 9 buys. So and then I just buy out Grand Markets and Grand Markets and silvers, Grand Markets and estates. Gain silver, draw, and all that takes is 22 money. So I've got 29 money. It seems like there are other ways to do it potentially, but this way also works. Okay, I felt like I got to an early lead there. I think some of that was first player. I'm not 100% sure, but it ended sort of as I thought it would end, which is piling out on the Grand Markets, the estates. Less experiments was weird. And overall, feel pretty good about that one. Moving on to game 5.